And it's because high pressure's with us. High pressure's keeping things so dry at the moment. Pretty breezy as well, so a lot of dust flying around. But that breeze is easing as the high pressure continues to slip south across the UK for the rest of this week. But as well as being dry, it's also cloudier today. You can see the extent of the cloud, particularly in the north and the east on the satellite picture. The best of the sunshine across Wales and the southwest, which is actually where we've got the highest levels of pollen, tree pollen sufferers at the moment, having those high levels to contend with in the south and the west. Well, plenty of sunshine as well here in Coed Poeth in Wrexham. Further north, though, rather more cloud across North Yorkshire, as you can see. And in fact, the cloud does look quite menacing. It's producing a few showers. They're not numerous, but they are popping up and down across the Pennines up into southern and central parts of Scotland, 1 or 2 in the southeast of Northern Ireland. They could pop up just about anywhere, but you'll be very unlucky if you catch more than one. So for the rest of the afternoon, the cloud tends to increase across England and Wales, perhaps breaks a little bit more in the north, but temperatures are several degrees down on those of yesterday, so it does feel chilly out there, or certainly cooler if you're under the cloud and in the breeze. Now that breeze starts to come down from the north overnight, dragging in more cloud, so limiting the frost somewhat across the north of Scotland, but elsewhere, like last night where we keep the skies clear, it will be chilly again. We could have a touch of frost, certainly ground frost, but it means the best of the sunshine will again be in the morning, and we should see more for Northern Ireland tomorrow. Again, western areas and southern areas seeing the best of the morning sunshine, but I do think we'll see a general increase in cloud tomorrow as the day goes on. And temperatures again struggling just because of that breeze coming down from the north or the northeast, only 9s and 10s on the east coast. And then through tomorrow night and Wednesday we do it all again, but because that high pressure is slipping southwards, it will be trapping our cloud underneath it. The winds are falling light away from the south coast, so there's nothing to blow the cloud away either. So I think Wednesday again looks as if it'll be on the cool side for most of us, with more limited sunshine even in southern and western areas by that stage. But the high pressure does keep things mostly dry, as you can see. Keen breeze coming across in the south still, but for most of us it's the same story, that of dry and settled weather right until the end of the working week, if not beyond, Clive.
All right, Helen, thank you for that. Helen Willis there. And a reminder of our top story this lunchtime. Emmanuel Macron wins a second term as French president, vowing to unite a divided country. That's it from me and the team, so goodbye now on BBC One. Time for the news where you are. Have a very good afternoon.
In Look East this lunchtime, a new report from the Internet Watch Foundation in Cambridge shows worrying trends in online child pornography. A nice day for a white wedding, the couple who celebrated their big day on board a research ship in Antarctica.
And I have a rather quiet forecast for the week ahead.
Good afternoon. First, this lunchtime, Look East has been given exclusive access to a report showing worrying trends in online child pornography. The Internet Watch Foundation in Cambridge has found a massive increase in the number of images of sexual abuse being created by the victims themselves. This from John Ironmonger.
Up to 850,000 people in the UK pose a sexual threat to children, according to the National Crime Agency. Their hunting ground, almost always, is the internet.
He was trying to sort of escalate things a bit more. It became a bit more sexual and a bit more like explicitly flirty.
Lucy from Cambridge was groomed online to undress and send pictures when she was 15. We've changed her name.
The kind of comfort and emotional support that he was giving me was, I feel, was definitely calculated, because I know I felt flattered by his attention, although I felt ashamed of it.
The evil of online child sexual abuse is evolving, such that most illegal material that's found is now self-generated, where a victim has shared imagery of themselves on a webcam or a phone.
Pre-pandemic to now, there's been a 374% increase in the amount of content that's being created where offenders are grooming and accessing children remotely when children are alone in their bedrooms. We have a marketplace here. There are individuals sitting in the UK that want to view this material.
Last year, analysts behind this door at the Internet Watch Foundation uncovered and worked to remove 250,000 public web pages containing or linking to explicit imagery of children, far more than ever before. Almost all the content featured girls, typically aged between 11 and 13 years old.
Teenage girls do tend to be active online. I think, you know, the idea of selfies and taking images of oneself has become increasingly popular, so I think it all sort of feeds into that culture, and unfortunately offenders have found a way to exploit that.
In response to the IWF's findings, the Home Secretary says the Online Safety Bill, which is currently going through Parliament, contains powerful sanctions to ensure tech companies are held accountable for keeping children safe. But charities like the NSPCC say the bill must be further strengthened to tackle abuse over private networks and on messaging apps.
John Ironmonger reporting there. And if you've been affected by anything in John's report, you can contact the BBC's Action Line. Details are on the screen now. Delays in getting criminal cases through the courts are at their worst for 7 years. On average, Crown Court cases for the region are taking 107 days longer than they were in 2014. Joe Pooley was murdered in Ipswich 4 years ago, but it took nearly 3 years before his killers were brought to justice. The trial was delayed by 6 months because of the pandemic. The first same-sex wedding has taken place in Antarctica, and one of the grooms was from Essex. Eric Bourne from Rochford married his partner Stephen at the British Antarctic Survey's Rothera Research Station, and what a location.
We met 20 years ago on board another ship, which is the RFA Sir Percival. We spent 6 months together in the last Gulf War on board that ship, and we've been together ever since. We've had these for a long time. They've been cleaned up quite a lot, and we've had them engraved with the coordinates for this location, so we'll always remember where we were on this special day.
Yeah, I mean, there was only one thing. I mean, we couldn't get the exact date because of what the ship is here for. I mean, we have to work around what the ship is actually here for, but we're quite privileged to be able to have our day here.
And congratulations to the happy couple there. Now, the Queen's Platinum Jubilee is in less than 6 weeks' time. Most of our councils are planning big events, and there'll be hundreds of street parties and celebrations to mark Her Majesty's 70 years as monarch. Sean Peel reports.
I remember the first Jubilee in 1977. Trestle tables in an empty bus depot, jelly on paper plates, and we all got a bookmark. Thousands of street parties are planned for this one, including at Reefham in Norfolk, where they have a proud history of pushing the royal yacht out. This market square has seen many a Jubilee celebration. There was even one in 1887 for Queen Victoria. I remember it well.
The Queen has been totally committed, hasn't she, to her job. She's done it with great tact, with great diligence, and I think it does deserve to be celebrated. It's an amazing achievement.
So let's talk about Bruno Peake, the royal pageant master, boss of the beacons. In 2012, for the Diamond Jubilee, he handed the Queen the diamond that was used to light the flame. This time, a Commonwealth globe will be used in the lighting of the beacon at Buckingham Palace. The globe is in the Tower of London now, but we filmed it exclusively and rather surreally on Bruno's dining room table in Galston.
The globe will be lifted off the crown, and it will be handed to the principal lighting the principal beacon. It's as simple as that.
We can't say how it will physically do it, but it'll have a leading role.
It certainly will.
As the beacons burn, choirs will sing a song for the Commonwealth, the winning song in a competition organised by the Norfolk charity Commonwealth Resounds. It's called A Life Lived with Grace.
We've got a pop version of it, we've got a jazz version, we've got a classical version, and there's many other versions coming through as well. We've even possibly got a version for hurdy-gurdy that's coming together.
It's not too late to do your own version of the song or to organise a street party, but check with your local council ASAP if you want to close a road or get a music licence for your hurdy-gurdy. There's plenty of time for the jelly to set though. Sean Peel, BBC Look East.
We like a party, don't we, Jules? Let's get the weather now, shall we?
Yeah, you can't have a street party without jelly. Well, today it's been largely fine and dry for most of us, but over the last few hours we have seen a few lines of showers developing. So we keep the risk of showers through this afternoon. They'll tend to move southeastwards, and already we're starting to see sunnier skies pushing in from the northeast. Temperatures close to average, if not a little bit below, but it does feel chilly out there in a light to moderate, fresh at times, north to northeasterly wind. So overnight tonight, the last of the showers and thicker cloud moves away, and then we've got a dry and largely clear night for much of the time. Probably some mist, fog and frost developing beneath those clear skies in places, and perhaps a bit more in the way of thicker cloud eventually feeding down again from the north. Temperatures tonight will in some spots could fall lower than these values, perhaps down as low as -1. So tomorrow we've got high pressure still centred to the north of us and still this cold northerly flow of air. So I think any overnight mist and fog will clear, and then probably quite a bit of sunshine to start Tuesday, but then thicker cloud pushing down from the north, and we'll have some bubbling up locally too, and the thickest of that cloud could produce an isolated shower. But I think for most of us Tuesday will be dry, highs of around 12 or 13 degrees Celsius, but again those north to northeasterly winds making it feel pretty chilly, especially on the coast. And then we keep a similar pressure pattern for Wednesday and for much of this week, and possibly into the start of May too. The difficulty from day to day will be forecasting how much cloud we have and therefore how much sunshine, and temperatures by day stay below average, and we've got some chilly and potentially frosty nights on the way too.
Thanks, Jules. That's all from us this lunchtime. Join us at 6:30 for our main programme. Until then though, bye-bye.